In the news this week, Fremantle remains defiant over moving Australia Day celebrations.
Plus, nowhere to go. A public housing tenant faces the boot over bureaucracy stranglehold.
And on May's Memo this week, we talk about the new US President, Donald Trump, and the latest in state politics.
This is the Evening News with Ivan Lung and Daniel Staniskov.
Good evening. Despite huge opposition towards moving Australia Day, the City of Fremantle kicked off its alternative celebration regardless of political pressure. The move has reignited the Invasion Day debate and whether it's right for Australia to celebrate on the 26th of January.
For the first time in Australian history, a city council defied traditions by not celebrating Australia Day on the 26th of January. The City of Fremantle has held the celebration instead on the weekend, triggering criticism from government ministers.
I'm not going to get into the debate too much, but all I can say, it's a state and national decision, not a decision of a city council.
Despite the controversy, the one-day Fremantle event was successful, with many residents turned out to enjoy local arts and performance. The Mayor said the alternative celebration was aimed at being inclusive.
We're actually trying to find a more Australian day and focus on a future in which Aboriginal people can celebrate with everybody on a day that really unites Australia.
He made it clear that next year the City Council would not celebrate Australia Day on January 26th, but he welcomes suggestions of another date. Christopher May, WAMN News.
A public housing tenant is facing the possibility of losing his home due to a bureaucracy battle on house modification. John Lee has accused the Housing Department for alleged bullying behaviour, claiming he has been fighting the problem for nearly 30 years without success.
John has been living in his public housing home in Kandoola for nearly 30 years, but he's now worried it could come to an end.
I've been victimised by the housing for no reason.
The disability pensioner is concerned he could be evicted over building additions he's made to the home, despite approval by WA's Housing Authority in the late 1980s.
They didn't respond properly because I never read the letter that I wrote for permission, and they gave me permission, and they put it on file.
Housing is now taking John to court to demolish the additions, stating he didn't get building permits from the City of Wanneroo, despite claims it's Housing's responsibility as owner. He also says home purchase application delays and rising land values have limited his chances of buying the home and avoiding eviction. Lawyers say Housing has wronged him.
The Housing Authority, of course, didn't help him and also misled him.
But Housing says the structures are unsafe and need to be demolished. John says justice will be done if he can buy the home under the Disability Fund. The matter continues.
And Nelson Liu joins us.
Nelson, the Housing Department has responded with a statement.
Danny, the Housing Authority has released a statement in response to Mr Lee's housing situation, saying he's required to remove the structures he's built at his Kandoola rental property. If he doesn't comply, he'll face court over the matter in April and a possible eviction. It's back to you.
Nelson, thanks. There are new revelations regarding the Row 8 demonstration with exclusive footage showing protesters practicing their defence strategy against police. Demonstrators made it clear that they won't be afraid to be arrested. Cassandra Elliott reports.
Row 8 protesters are back at the construction site again this week in a final attempt to save the Belia wetlands. We have reports that a protester has been arrested by chaining herself to some machinery. Exclusive footage captured by WAMN News appears to show protesters practicing a strategic defence against police tactics, which is a move that concerns the Melville City Council.
They're potentially taking advantage of vulnerable people. They're encouraging them to demonstrate self-destructive behaviour, put themselves at harm's way, and at the end of the day the professional organisers will walk away and these people will end up with damaged reputation.
We're not afraid. We're standing up here for our future generations. This is just absolutely ridiculous.
Disgruntled home buyers made their intentions clear that they will protest outside the Building Commission headquarters. It's understood that many home buyers are fed up with defect-ridden houses and accuse the Building Commission for lack of assistance. The Attorney-General defended the process but said he's looking at ways to improve the system.
There is not just me, there are thousands and billions of people who's going through the same thing that I'm going. And I've decided, a single woman, decide to stand on my feet and get it done.
The processes that are in place at the Building Commission are cost effective and effective at achieving results. Now, if people have specific complaints, I will always deal with them.
A new automated drone technology set to revolutionise national defence and risk management was the result of WA's naval shipbuilding contract grants. The new drone is equipped with high-tech 3D, facial recognition and infrared scanning to detect weapons. The company is amongst 20 local businesses in WA to receive defence grants from the government.
We could actually use it in a defence application to measure the length of a weapon, so they could identify what weapon it was, and they could also really tell the difference if it's a fishing rod or a weapon, and that's a really important identification to be able to tell.
Donald Trump has initiated the process of building the Great Wall, and he insists that Mexico should pay for it. During the election campaign, Mr. Trump repeatedly promised a wall to be built around the border between Mexico and USA to prevent illegal immigration. The Mexican president has called off the meeting with Mr. Trump after he signed the executive order to start the construction immediately. Meanwhile, he also met British Prime Minister Theresa May for the first time as president.
America and the United Kingdom are a beacon for prosperity and the rule of law. That is why the United States respects the sovereignty.
And finally this week, if you like selfies, you might be shocked to hear the prediction that it will soon be used as a measure of cybersecurity in mobile technology. Some banks are already using facial recognition technology as an extra level of security. There are also suggestions that selfies can be used to monitor your own health, as well as determine someone's romantic interest to you.
In terms of security, it's an explorable area. Some companies, some banks are heading towards that, but I don't particularly think that many will adopt it purely for security reasons.
So tell me, do you prefer PIN numbers or selfies?
I think I'm a bit more old school. I go for the PIN number.
Well, a good choice, a good choice. And those are the top stories you need to know this week.
We have the latest news on our website and Facebook. See you next week.
Good night.